Hey folks, Chris Lido here with another online video fishing report for this week. It's a beautiful fall day, the leaves are falling, and the big blues are really hitting offshore. In North Jersey, a lot of the boats are reporting slammers up to 16, 18 pounds off of the distant grounds like the Shark River Reef, the farms. A combination of bait and jigs is really working on those slammers, and that's good news because right now, with sea bass being closed in Jersey waters and blackfish closed in Jersey waters, we really need something to kind of stem the tide until those stripers show up. Down in Barnegat Bay, we're seeing a good run of blowfish still. The BI buoy, the BB buoy, those blowfish are still hitting the clam chum and the little bits of clam on the high-low rig. So they were late to show up this year, but better late than never for those big puffers. They're delicious eating. Fry up a bunch, a little hot cocktail sauce, and you're good to go. Bottom fishing is really good. A lot of ling are being caught. Some nice cod. The Skylarker out of Belmar had a 27-pound cod this week. Captain Steve Spinelli runs the Jamaica 2 in the off-season, and the Skylarker during the season. He really knows how to get in on those bottom fish. Mixing in are still some big winter flounder. Speaking of really big fish, in Delaware, down in Lewis, along the outer wall, there's been an absolute run of huge sheep's head. In fact, the state record was just broken. A 17-pounder, and then a 16-pounder that would have broken the record was caught the next day. So look for those big sheep's head to be mixing in with the blackfish and also triggerfish along the outer wall in Lewis, Delaware. In New Jersey, back to Jersey again, fall trout stocking is underway, so look for the trout to be in those rivers and ponds. The South Jersey ponds are going to get some of those great big breeder trout. So get out onto the sweetwater if the saltwater winds and tides are too much to fish the salt. So snappers and crabs are also still in vogue right now. They're getting a lot of snappers in Mathis and Huddy Park. Lenny at Captain Hippo says they're getting really, really big. And it's your really last chance to get in on the crabbing before those blue claws bury down into the mud for the winter. The bass, the stripers that is, are starting to get active. The real migration hasn't come down from the north, but a lot of nice resident fish are being caught, including some nice ones on the beach. Grumpy's Bait and Tackle and Betty and Nick's in Seaside Park both reported an increase in striper activity, and these are being caught on plugs. Dio SP minnows and Yozuri swimming plugs are really working for the bass so far. And the big blues are mixing in on the mullet rigs too, as the surf anglers get out and fish those great big waves. Let's take a look at some events that can be found in your big October issue of the Fisherman. October 11th through 13th is the big Canyon clearance sale at Tackle Direct in Egg Harbor Township. This is a huge event, so don't miss this one. Visit them online at www.tackledirect.com. On October 10th at 6:30 p.m., Creekside Outfitters is going to have another great seminar there in Waretown, and that's a teaching kids to fish with Captain Bill Haluska. Jersey Hooker is going to have their big fall bass tournament starting in November. It's a special tournament. It's in memorial of Kenny Surf Rocket Jelnicki, who sadly left this world and passed away at a very young age. And Captain Rich at Jersey Hooker is doing his best to keep the memory alive. They're going to have a great awards dinner. And lastly, the LBI Surf Fishing Classic is all set to begin. Fishing starts today. So get in on the action while it lasts, and check out those events in the Fisherman magazine. For now, this is Chris Lido with thefisherman.com reporting live from the field.